Hello everyone, my name is the Mad Scorpion and welcome to another This Week in Destiny update for March the 27th. Now getting right into it, there isn't a lot that is exactly unique, some slight changes for Crucible tuning, some unique experiences I would say in terms of also more Crucible stuff. But getting into it, they wanted to mention with Act 3's coming, there is going to be additional Barodyad exotic catalyst as mentioned before, and of course the story, and a little bit of new weaponry as well as the Sunless Cell Strike, and the Grandmaster version for the first official time, as if you didn't know, it actually leaked accidentally when Act 2 started, or at least when the Grandmaster node went live. However, at the same time, with Act 3 coming, they're going to be tuning a little bit of the rewards in Expert Nether and Expert Court of Blades. The overall goal, as they say, to reward you with more adept weapons and to make them more frequent. The better you do, the more often they will appear. Now, as Guardian game comes to an end as well, the Titans have officially won this year, so it's not rigged, as I maybe would have believed, because I believe that's 2 years in a row. Possibly, I forget whoever won last year. I just know it's 3 Titan wins now. But at the same time, basically, as usual with any of these events, if you want the title, any of the new weaponry, re-rolls, event cards, anything, just to play a little bit of Rushdown a little bit more, you have until April 1st at 10 a.m. Pacific, aka the usual reset time on Tuesday, to enjoy anything regarding Guardian games. And as well, the Roulette Rushdown is still a thing going on with that emblem to earn if you participate. The next thing they talk about is actually the artifact perks for Act 3, as we get a lot. Now, I expected more rocket launcher. There's technically 2.5 perks, I say, but however, at the start we have unstoppable rocket launcher, so unstoppable on rocket launcher. That's pretty solid enough. The vile weave, where targets getting hit by tangles are severed, picking up a tangle reduced tangle cooldowns as well. Then with perpetual destruction, I think this might be the good one. Rapid final blows with non-exotic rocket launchers, refund ammo, and increased reload speed for a short time. So there actually is kind of an incentive to use a rocket launcher on, let's say, bigger adds in the field as opposed to saving it for things like champions and bosses. Then next in column 4, I think this is something everyone is going to pick, just free heavy ammo when you pick up special ammo. At least it has a chance to grant heavy ammo on pickup. That should not be completely OP. Then the next and last, the final column, it is to shreds, where for some details, dealing sustained damage to severed targets unravels them. Defeating a severed target creates a hotspot of strained energy that will grant move and mail to anyone nearby for a short duration. And the boosted version updates the unraveling projectiles with increased damage and further increased damage to severed targets. So there is something nifty there. Now with the Guardian games ending, Iron Banner is going to be active next week. 2 amazing weapons in the episode of Warlord Spear Arctrace and Peace Bond Refresh. Both, you know, of course, good, I guess. But then the next is the Trials of Osiris and some nifty things happening that are, I'd say, special cases. The first being that Disjunction is a Trials map this week, and they did mention they've specifically taken a pass at it to adjust it for Trials, because I guess it is a bigger map. But at the same time, they're doing a little bit of a Guardian Games Blitz, I'd say, version. So if your matchmaking sucks, this is why, but essentially every fire team will have one of each class in honor of Guardian Games. So like I said though, if your matchmaking is terrible and it's just taking forever, that's why, because it's looking for one of every other class. Then, next, there is some Bungie rewards related to Trials and Crucible that is fading in case anyone wishes to partake. But speaking of Crucible, here is some more tuning in regards to the sandbox for some outliers. And this is the one that some people probably saw coming as potent as some of these weapons have been allegedly. First off, with the Redrix's Estoc, they are getting a range debuff, or I'd say nerf. It is reduced by 8, and its handling reduced by 5, and aim assist reduced by 2, effectively in its stats field. Next for Lone Wolf, we have, in general, reduced base aim assist bonus from 10 to 5, reduced aim assist bonus when not near teammates from 20 to 10, and increased based airborne effectiveness bonus from 10 to 15, as well as increased aerial effectiveness bonus when not near teammates from 20 to 30. So oddly enough, it doesn't have more aim assist, but it has more aerial effectiveness. Weird. This will be a net decrease of 7 aim assist for Redrix users when paired with base Lone Wolf, decrease of 12 from its maximum strength, blah blah blah. Then next, with closing time on fusion rifles, they reduce the benefits by 50% when used on special ammo weapons. Interesting. For machine guns, as well in the Crucible, machine guns with a magazine size of 80 or less will now get 22 rounds from the heavy ammo crate to continue to monitor the sandbox and make more changing as needed. Now, more real-life apparel, backpacks with the, as much as I love the Tiger Shark or the Shark Jaw entrance as on all P40 Warhawks, I hate them on these backpacks. They never looked that appealing to me. So, if you like them, go for them, but otherwise, keep moving. Speaking of keep moving, though, there is a Gambit as well as Destiny crossover into Sea of Thieves, where you can get, I believe it was like Whisper, the Ace of Spades, Lord of Wolves shotgun, and the Ergo Sum sword. So, you know, it's some nifty showing, as well as various class sigils for your ships on Sea of Thieves. So with that, next is the Brawlhalla update that people have been seeing in the Destiny characters in Brawlhalla, in case you wish to participate and have some extra fun. Really don't know why they have the Dragon's Breath rocket launcher and then the Outbreak Perfected rocket launcher, because Jesus Christ, that is so large. But with that, that is the end of the new stuff, and we have to get into what's broken. Some of these very familiar. When speaking to a vendor, ambient dialogue is heard. Ionic Sentry sometimes doesn't chain lightning. Step 6 and 9 in Drowning Labyrinth quests aren't able to be completed. Due to this, it needs to be character and account scoped, blah blah blah. Sometimes in the derealized exotic mission, the taken relic can drop below the floor during the Virsik encounter. When damaging Shrieker bosses in the Sunder Doctrine dungeon, you get yellow numbers when it should be white numbers in respective. When tracking Ikora's Drowning Labyrinth quest, completion steps may stop progress onto next steps. Sometimes the Tome of One primer quests not progress after step 3 and 4. Momentum shaders can be previewed on armor, even though they are not coming to armor. And for Ghost or Guardian Games, there is some difficulties, but I have a feeling these won't be changed just because Guardian Games is ending in like 4 days. So Rush Den's completion chest does not have a waypoint. 4 daily bounties only show the progress for one element. This will not affect progress, and the weekly milestone quest is partially cut off when viewed on the detail screen. Now with that, that is the end of this week in Destiny with some art Hot Dog Ghost, as well as Guardian Games 2025, which, man, all of this is not 2025 armor. But aside from that, there is pretty much that is all that's going on right now. I'll be making a little bit video shortly after this regarding Bungie and their indecisiveness on how they release seasonal stuff in the future. Thinking back to the episodes and the change of schedule constantly. But with that, that is all. My name is Scorpion, and I will see you in the next video.